Over the next year, I would like to incorporate a lot more Ayurvedic herbs and practices into my routine. By next year, I mean September of this year up until September next year. My hope is that by incorporating these herbs and these practices, I will not only be able to grow some hair, but I will also be able to retain some of my length. Hey guys, welcome to the Nairobi Naturals channel. My name is Nawekulo and I use this platform to create content around natural hair. My goal is to help ease any anxieties that may come with dealing with natural hair. If that is something that you're interested in, feel free to subscribe. So what's Ayurveda? I think before I delve into the herbs and the practices that I would like to explore, it's important to understand what all of this means. So Ayurveda is a holistic system of medicine, and it's based on the belief that the mind, the body, and the spirit are connected. And the only way for you to achieve health is for there to be a balance between these three. Over the years, I've seen many people incorporating different Ayurvedic herbs, so fenugreek, amla, henna, into their hair care routine and seeing a lot of very interesting results. And my hope is that by incorporating these practices, these herbs as well, I will be able to gain the same benefits. One of the things that I want to do more of is using henna. Henna is a powder that I've been familiar with almost all my life, just because I used to see people, getting henna on their hands, on their feet. I just was not aware of the benefits it had for hair up until maybe 6 or 7 years ago. I really enjoy using henna. It's something that my hair loves. I find that immediately after I use henna, I usually notice a difference in my hair in terms of its strength, in terms of how it looks. So henna is something that I would like to use a lot more, both as a mask and as a gloss. So the difference between the two is the mask tends to be a lot more concentrated. So it's recommended for you to do this maybe every 4 to 6 weeks, as opposed to the gloss, which you can do like every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. And usually what you're doing with a gloss is you're taking maybe like a teaspoon or a tablespoon and then you're adding it to your conditioner or your deep conditioner. So it's not as concentrated as the henna itself, the mask. I get mine from Mara Organics. There we go. They have Nupur henna, but they also have their own kind that's a lot more refined. I recently got this one. Before that, I used to use the Nupur henna. This one is a lot softer, even in terms of the texture. So I want to see what this feels like in my hair. I haven't used it yet, but I'm really excited. So that's the first thing. I really want to just explore and use henna a lot more regularly in my routine to hopefully gain as much benefit as I can from it. The second thing I would like to do is to incorporate a lot more Ayurvedic teas and sprays into my routine. So currently I'm really enjoying making a tea from cloves and fenugreek seeds. This is what it looks like. What I've been doing is I have been using 1 tablespoon of fenugreek seeds and 1 tablespoon of whole cloves. I put that in a jar, then I fill the jar with water, and then I let it sit overnight. Then on the next day, I will drain out the seeds and the cloves. Whatever liquid is left, I will put in some of my essential oils and then put it in my spray bottle and put it in the fridge, and that's it. This is a spray that I use every day. It's become hot, very hot in Nairobi. So this is a fun way that I've found to keep my scalp cool. I don't know, do you guys experience heat? Like, does it feel sometimes like the area around here is very, very, very hot? That's how I've been feeling in this Nairobi heat. So this just helps to cool things down. And yeah, I found it very helpful. I keep this for a week, 7 days, and then if there's anything that's left, I throw it out and then I make a new batch. Recently I've been using a lot of it just because of the heat, so by day 7 I have nothing really left. But that's something else to pay attention to, just because it's something that goes off. There are no preservatives in this, so it'll go off, and also it's water, so it can go off, and I don't need any fungal issues on my scalp. I really don't. So that's the second tea. Ayurvedic teas, Ayurvedic sprays. Doing that a lot more regularly. Hopefully, we'll get some benefits. So the third thing I would like to do more of, which is tied into the previous point about teas and sprays, is Ayurvedic oils. What I usually do is I will put a handful of Ayurvedic herbs in a jar and then put in some kind of carrier oil, avocado, coconut, olive, grapeseed. There's so many oils you can choose from. Sometimes I even mix the two different oils, that is. But the whole idea is to infuse the herbs in the oil for some time, so that the oils end up getting nutrition from the herbs as well. So you gain benefits from the herbs within the oil. Does that make any sense? I feel like I've spoken a lot, but does that make any sense? So you're trying to gain as much benefit from the herbs as possible, and then this is absorbed into the oil. I know it's like armchair science. It's not foolproof science, but I think you understand what I'm trying to say. I want to do more of this and to use the oil in different ways, whether it's my pre-poo, whether it's I do something called an oil cleanse sometimes during my wash day, through that as well. I'm basically just trying to expose my hair to as much of the Ayurvedic herbs as possible, just to see what kind of benefits I can get from it. So that's number 3. Ayurvedic oils. We're going to be infusing. Last but not least, scalp massages. So maybe after I've applied the Ayurvedic oil, I go in and I just massage my scalp, trying to stimulate blood flow into the scalp and therefore hopefully promote hair growth. I think those 4 points are what I feel will help out, will make a huge difference by the end of next year. I'll be keeping you guys updated. I'll be doing a length check / health check every so often, maybe once every quarter. Yeah, so September, October, November. So then my first one is coming up in November. Then just be doing that every 3 months, just checking to see how my hair is faring. Also experimenting with different recipes, different combinations of the herbs, because maybe a particular combination will be a lot more effective than maybe another one, or maybe there'll be a combination that works better as a spray as opposed to as an oil. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. But those are the 4 main things I was thinking about in terms of incorporating Ayurvedic herbs and practices into my regimen. Let me know down in the comments if there are any particular Ayurvedic herbs you guys use, and if there are any that you would recommend to me to be using and why. I'm really excited to take you guys on this journey with me, and I can't wait to see the results. That's it from me, guys. Until next time, see ya.